I have to share this observation because I think it's funny. You might not, but I'm going to share it anyway. It actually just serves as a reminder to me, maybe to you, how, you can see how your perspective and your point of view starts to change about certain things in the game. Particularly for me, it's NPCs. Now, you know, I don't necessarily view the masses as being very intelligent. They're not programmed to be very smart, and that's evident. But that's also part of my game experience because I have that belief. Of course, I see very intelligently programmed NPCs all the time, but the majority of people, not so much. So, and I'm not sitting here saying I'm like Mensa. No way. I'm smart enough to know what I don't know. Okay? So I don't overestimate my smarts, but sometimes I see things and I'm just like, really? 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 So that was my experience just now. So I just got back to my hotel and I'm leaving tomorrow. So I went and grabbed a baggage cart. So I'm coming back through the lobby, heading towards the elevators, and I see a girl a little bit further ahead of me. And I see her walking, like she doesn't go towards the elevators, are like tucked in a corner kind of, but you can see them where we were walking. You can see them. So she goes straight. She goes to like where the ballrooms are, and she's looking, and I could tell she's confused. So she walks back, and then she like does a little turn. She sees, oh, there's the elevator. So she starts walking towards the elevator. So I'm like, okay, I got this big baggage cart, so I'm just gonna let her go ahead of me and take her own elevator. I'll take my own elevator because I don't like making small talk in the elevator if I don't have to. So I just hang back. Now, the thing is, with this particular hotel, you have to use your key card to access your floor. And when you get in the elevator and you look at the bank of floors, there is a, if like the kind of things that you press up against the door, it's the same kind of thing, it's bigger, and there's a plaque attached to the side of the thing that says use key for access. So it means you press the key up against it till it turns green, and then you push your number. So she gets in the elevator, and the elevator's just sitting there in the lobby. Like, is this really happening right now? Is this really happening? I'm like, she's sitting in the elevator. She don't know what to do. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to see it go up. So I'm not like pressing the button and then it opens up and then, whatever. So the doors open up. She comes out. I said, do you have your card? She goes, oh. I said, yeah, you got to use your card. So finally gets back in the elevator and figures it out and goes up. So now I press my button, I get in the elevator. So now as I get off my floor, I had this thought. If you've ever seen the movie Multiplicity, if you've not seen it, you should. It's funny. It's Michael Keaton. Very funny movie. It's like, it's such a cute, like, PG-13 kind of movie. It's really cute. And he was really good in it. His comedic timing was really good, and he played against himself several different roles because he created different clones of himself. If you've never seen the movie, he created different clones. So he cloned himself, and there was like the more like macho, I think his name was Doug. So it was like the more macho, masculine kind of guy version of him. Then there was another clone who was more feminine, more in touch with his feminine side. I would say gay for sure, but he's definitely more feminine. That's the trope that you get. And then there was another one who they just called him number 3. So what had happened was 1 and 2 made a clone of themselves. Instead of making a clone of Doug, they cloned themselves, and they ended up with number 3, who was as dumb as a box of rocks. He had the intelligence about of like a 5-year-old. And he was so funny in that movie because he was like saying things like, I like pizza. And he would like lick the pizza and put it in his pocket. And then, like another thing, like, I like to spit on bugs, and spitting on bugs and all kinds of stuff like that. It's just funny. It's a funny role, and it made me laugh. And that's where I'm going with this, because just having that thought made me think of, instead of being like, ugh, these people are so stupid, I just instead, the thought that came to my mind was, they're just like number three. These are a whole bunch of number threes running around, because I was thinking about like this generation, like Gen Z and Gen Alpha, and how they just think they are so intelligent, but yet no skills, no life skills. Like I said, they're programmed to be incredibly low intelligence. And that's where it made me like think they are copies of copies. Because when you really think about what is happening with the NPCs, why the NPCs exist, there you go. They're copies of copies, and they're dumb. So anyway, it made me chuckle, and that's the point. Instead of getting disgusted and feeling a certain way about them, I'm just going to view them as number threes from now on. We have a world full of number threes. Anyway, just a cute little thing, whatever, like that. You might not think so, but anyway, I'm just sharing. Anyway, have a great day.